Well, if you're a basketball fan, you're certainly aware of the Big Three tournament going on this summer. The championship game is Sunday afternoon, September 1st, between the triplets with the likes of Joe Johnson and Al Jefferson, and the Killer Threes, guys on the roster that include Steven Jackson, Dante Green, Eddie Curry, playing for the title in the Big Three. And how cool is this? We're joined by the founder of the league, Ice Cube, of course, a well-known actor and musician, as well as the sideline reporter, Michael Rapaport, big-time Knicks fan, and certainly accomplished actor in his own right. Guys, thanks so much for the time here. How we doing?
Pretty good. How you doing?
Ice Cube, when you first came up with this idea for a 3-on-3 tournament of this caliber, it's not like us in the driveway hanging out or us in the park. These are pros. They're former stars in the NBA. Did you expect this type of success when you created and launched the league a few years ago? And then did you expect this to be a gateway for players like a Joe Johnson at 38 years old to potentially get back into the NBA?
Well, we were hoping and wishing that people would come to the party with us. We feel like we have a great league. We feel like we have a great spot in the summer to give people their basketball fix. We feel like our athletes are the greatest 3-on-3 players in the world. And so, when you push in that kind of, product, you expect the best to come looking. You expect the NBA to take a look at some of our guys. We believe some of our guys should still be in the NBA. And, sometimes it's a numbers game, and they're not. So, we welcome, the NBA to come take a look at our players. And, our players dream. Some of them dream to get back in the NBA. So we'll do anything to support that.
It's been a smashing success so far, but I'm curious, even though you, of course, believed in your idea, did you surprise yourself in any way at the number of stars who wanted to be part of this league, at the number of yeses you got in return?
Pleasantly surprised. When we first started, getting Dr. J and getting Iceman and Kenyon Martin and Chauncey Billups, Gary Payton.
Allen Iverson.
Yeah, Allen Iverson. Getting those guys, Jermaine O'Neal, I was like, man, this is coming together. But as we've built a great league, now we expect guys, who want to play at a high level, who want to play against their peers and not just play, weekend warriors at the local gym. We felt like this league it's like Christmas to them. It's the best thing since sliced bread because they get a chance to still, be pros and still play in the arenas that they played in the NBA against players that they played against. So we felt like, we had everything that would make people want to join, and they are. And, you're seeing that a great league is starting to blossom.
All right, Michael, you're on the court, so take us in the middle of it all. Take us on the court of this 3-on-3 tournament and this league. What has this experience been like for you as the sideline reporter?
It's been a lot of fun for me to be a part of the Big Three, the growth of the league, the excitement of the league from the first games in Brooklyn to where we are coming up for the finals this Sunday at Staples Center here in Los Angeles. It's really a lot of fun. I have unprecedented access. At the end of the day, it all comes down to who wants it the most, who executes the most, and whose team is the most prepared every Sunday, every weekend. And I know this weekend for the finals, both teams are going to be ready. They've been playing all summer, and they're very, very competitive, and it's going to be fantastic basketball on CBS at 3 p.m. And so I can't wait to cover the game.
The championship game is Sunday afternoon. The triplets, the Killer Threes, head coaches Lisa Leslie on one side, Charles Oakley on the other. Ice Cube, man, what are you expecting in this championship game?
Oh, man, a hard-fought game. You got the number one seed led by MVP Joe Johnson and the triplets They're coached by the coach of the year, Lisa Leslie. She's going back home to the Staples Center to try to win another championship. And then on the other side, you have number 2 seed Killer Threes, led by Steven Jackson, C.J. Watson, Dante Green, Frank Nitti, which is a Drew League MVP, playing back at home, on the big stage in the Staples Center. So there's a lot of storylines, a lot of hunger. People really want this championship. A lot of our guys got NBA money, but they don't have NBA championships. So, to win a championship on this level, they're itching for it, they're dying for it, and it's going to be a dogfight.
And guys, I have to ask you about your own personal fandoms and allegiances. First off, Ice Cube, you have definite access that somebody like me would not get to the Oakland Raiders, and yet I'm getting a closer look, obviously, through HBO's Hard Knocks this summer. Is this a little too much like seeing how the sausage is made for you, or is this cool to watch Hard Knocks?
It's cool for me. It's actually, a lot more structured than I thought it would be. So I'm pleasantly surprised, that we get a chance to look behind the curtain. It's a new team. John Gruden, he has a big contract, so, we want to see how he runs things. And looks like the team has a better attitude, so we'll see if they play better starting this season.
And Michael, as a diehard Knicks fan, can you sell some promise or some hope to other Knicks fans in New York? How are you feeling about your franchise now going into year 2 with David Fizdale?
Obviously, the offseason was a little disappointing with the Zion. We didn't get that pick, and then Durant with his injury. But, at the end of the day, we have a lot of young talent, the Knicks. I believe in David Fizdale, and I think that, we're building it brick by brick. I'm going to remain patient despite, how much the Knicks frustrate me and some of the New York Knicks fans. I'm looking forward to us improving, and we got a lot of young guys that I think are going to surprise people. We're not winning the championship this year, but I think we're on our way to getting back to some consistency because obviously New York basketball, we love it just as much as everyone else.
Well, I know we'll all be watching on Sunday afternoon the Big 3 tournament championship game between the Triplets and the Killer Threes, former stars in the NBA going at it 3-on-3 at the Staples Center. Ice Cube, Michael, thanks so much for the time, guys. Really appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Take it easy.